Yes. That's when I first see you all, the first thing that happens for me is, "Ah, ah." And, so I want to invite you to notice what in your own body wants to land. Just, ah. All right, we can have a pause here. Pause was one of the words that was occurring to me this morning that, in the midst of what is a celebration of presence with a CE, not a TS, a celebration of presence, how often we lose, ah, here I am. And so instead of ending with "Here I am, I'm so glad," I'd like to start with "Here I am, I'm so glad." And for those of you who don't know that ritual, it's from one of Kurt Vonnegut's books where what the harmonoids do is two things. And I think they're the most important things in life. They say, "Here I am," and then "I'm so glad." So I'd like you to let yourself tune into what's your "here I am" today, so that you're letting yourself show up just as you are. So let your body express, "Here I am." Like it could be "Here I am," or "Here I am," or uh, "Here I am," or "Here I am." And, yeah, so play with that for a little bit of "Here I am," and then notice what you might be expecting to come at you. 'Cause, often the "Here I am" is followed by, "What's coming?" So, when you go, "Here I am," then just notice, does your whole body feel "Here I am"? Ah, and then "I'm so glad." Where is your "I'm so glad"? And for me, love scoops allow me to really feel I'm so glad. And also when I'm saying it, if I have my hands here, I can feel the resonance of I'm so glad. And it really vibrates my chest area. Yeah, it vibrates my heart area. So here I am is really opening up to giving and receiving more love. And I'm so glad. It allows you to bring it all in. And the main use I'm thinking of loop of awareness during the holiday season is to keep your energy circulating because you're, there are going to all kinds of unexpected things, things toppling over. We had one year where our cats were so enthusiastic they knocked the tree over, so those kinds of unexpected things and people arriving or not arriving and presents arriving or not arriving and people going, "Oh, weren't we supposed to do this today?" And just so all kinds of unexpected. So when the unexpected happens, we usually go into protection. So just let yourself notice what's your favorite way of going into projection. I mean, projection. That could be. It's not me. It's you. But when most of us, when we go into protection, get more contracted. And so notice how you do that when you're going, "Oh, it's just too much right now." Do you get faster? Do you get slower? Is there a part of your body that just kind of stops? And so what I find is that the loop of awareness allows me to just gently circulate attention. And then that gives me a chance to find myself again, to presence myself again. So I'd like you to notice as you're shifting your attention, so you can notice people on the call, and then shifting back to you and notice where in you are you feeling energy circulating and where are you feeling it's more sluggish or more stuck. And I'd like you, when you're bringing attention back to you, to really let it shower over, splash on, hug up any of those areas that feel that they're more constricted. So for me, it's right at the top of my shoulders, and I think it's from oh, got to do this. Oh, got to pick up this. And so I've been feeling more like a burro, or a donkey than a person across my shoulders. And so circulating some attention in there, I immediately feel an out breath. And so for me, an out breath lets me know, I've landed. I have that natural pause that allows me to then give attention to the world and how I want to engage the world. So that balance of engagement and pausing can happen just simply with the circulation of your attention. And so let yourself play with that a little bit as we're continuing to talk about other things. If I get for me, loop of awareness is my daily meditation. And so I meditate twice a day and have for over 40 years. But then you get up and you move into the world, and meditation for many of us gets left behind. Like, oh, that was nice, but now I'm in life and, got to get through the stress. But loop of awareness allows you to take that noticing and curiosity and resting into yourself throughout your day. So my suggestion is whenever you feel, the least bit off center, let that be just an indication of, oh, let me just look out into the world and enjoy the beauty, and then notice inside me and enjoy the beauty. And then that will get you back into the pace of including you in your day-to-day activities. So that's the main thing for loop of awareness and love scoops. And let's show our picture for today from the integrity deck, which is one of the things that we do. And I would love for you to continue your letting your gaze go out into the collage, and then noticing what you get curious about, and then bringing that back into you, and notice what part of you that whole message wants to land in the receiving. So I'm really drawn to the upended boots and the colors, the primary colors, which make me feel like, ah I can just a kind of carefree and moving into the world. So notice what arises for you as you let your attention go into the collage and then back into you. And let me read first the sentence a couple of times and then the question. I'm open to giving and receiving tosses of love, connection, collaboration, and open-ended exploration. We, so I'm open. Yeah, that whole I'm open. So I don't know about you, but I'm open to giving and receiving tosses of love, connection, collaboration, and open-ended exploration. And then the question is, how can I expand my ability to give and receive love, connection, and collaboration every day? And you might notice, I just noticed that the name of this particular card is Play. This is from Presence Connect Play. And I think this is a wonderful card to express the heart of play, because play is something that scientists haven't really been able to define very well. They kind of say what it's not and what it might be, but not landing on what it is. But when I look at this card, what it evokes in me is this openness to giving and receiving tosses and opening to play. And let's come on back to the big group, because in Presence Connect Play, certainly over the holidays, one of the things that tends to drop out is play, the opportunity to have the space to just see where's it going. And so as you are opening inside you to giving and receiving tosses, notice if there's certain things like, when I get into, I have these things that I have planned to do today. and there's an opportunity, either from Gay or from our cats, or some friend might offer a toss, and then what can get in the way of that is that I have so many things to do to get ready to do the thing I've just been asked to do, which is to play. So the see if you would be willing to let play be a higher priority during this week, than, getting stuff done, getting out the food or the stuff or the wrappings or the things that take more priority than connecting. And then, for our Presence Connect play today, presence, this is a great thing for the holidays. Presence is find your feet. So when you notice your feet, like notice, have you noticed your feet? Probably not. So your feet are just there, serving you, letting you stand on them, letting you abuse them and wear shoes that don't fit. And so finding your feet, just give a little loving appreciation to your feet for all of the things that they've done for you, even just in the last couple of days, taking you from place to place, allowed you to stand up and move around. That's really been something that I've noticed much more, in the last couple of years, because finding my feet has been much more of a challenge in finding my legs as I have been recovering from long COVID. So it's given me even more of an appreciation of how important feet are. And so just notice, is there anything that your feet would like? One of the gifts that I give myself, on a regular basis, is going to our local foot massage place and getting a foot massage. And I love it, number one, because you can't really mess it up. So when you're like other areas of the body, if you're not touched in a certain way, it can sort of mess you up. But feet, any kind of touch just feels wonderful. And so notice if your feet, when I'm saying this, do your feet go, ooh, ooh, that's something I'd like. Ooh. So giving your feet a treat and some loving attention will benefit the whole rest of your body. But even in the midst of, like you're having people over or you're getting things ready, taking a moment to find your feet, again creates that wonderful out breath of pausing and then readiness for the next moment. And then connect is reflect feelings. I find that if I'm noticing and experiencing and reflecting feelings, that is, body sensations and emotions, that everything else can flow from that. And we have these rules, I think a lot of us, about feelings during the holidays, that there are only certain feelings that you can have. If you have other feelings, you kinda hide them because it's gonna be a bummer for other people. And so, just in general, our culture, Western culture, is very feeling averse. So, if you should be able to just sort of handle it and push through, and, feelings are just a distraction from getting things done. But actually, feelings are the richness of our connections. They indicate to us, here's something to give attention to. Here's the flow of what's wanting to be communicated next. Here's, oh, I'm noticing that you're feeling. And then when I tune into that feeling, both of us get more of a flow. And so very often feelings just need to be acknowledged. So to notice, as you're giving your attention to your body, are there any body sensations or feelings, emotions that are wanting your attention right now? And just give them a little love scoop, like, oh, yeah, we did get a little rush yesterday. And oh, yeah, and I felt sad when I heard that news. So that holidays are not always pleasant for people. And we tend to want to hide the feelings that, maybe I'm not wanting to spend time around a certain person, or it reminds me of a loss. And so giving your attention to whatever feelings are arising, allow for all of your flow of feelings and presence to be able to flow between you and the world and other people. In fact, just give, like, I'd love for you to just give some attention to, like, give some attention to your head, and then give some scoops to your, any of your torso, your belly, giving attention to your legs that hold you up. And you might notice, oh yeah, there's, oh yeah. So you can give attention to, oh yeah, there's more here that wants to be given attention to. Love scoops to your legs. In each one of those, I feel more located, I'm more present, and I'm slowing down. So my sense is also that as I'm reflecting feelings, it allows me to just take a moment. So it doesn't take much clock time to shift your sense of, all right, there's plenty of space. I'm shifting from time urgency into space, which is back behind me, which I just moved from another place in the room. This is a signed autograph of Einstein that I gave to Gabe. That's, we have Einstein's autograph here on this. That little white space has Einstein's autograph. And what it reminds me of is that shift into, from time into space. And that's really, to me, one of the biggest benefits of the practice that we've been doing, many of us, for 4 years, is that allows us to shift from time urgency into the openness of spaciousness, where actually time is very malleable because we made that all up. We made up time. So making it up in a way that really benefits you and allows you to have that moment of being with. Also, reflecting feelings is being with rather than and looking at. So often in when we're communicating with each other, we're instead of being with, we get separate from, or we want to push or control or make things go away. But the whole act of just giving attention allows us to be with. And that being with, I experience, and I invite you to really check, I experience more flow. And that flow of aliveness is one of the biggest benefits of being alive, is that we get to enjoy the flow of aliveness rather than just using our bodies like machines. And so all of our practice is to give us more of that sense of, here I am, here you are. I'm so glad to be here, to be able to be with you, to be able to be with me. And then play is exaggerate your gestures and expressions. So for me, that's one of the quickest ways to get unstuck, is whatever I'm doing, if I do it a little more. So I walked out into the kitchen the other day, and the cats had knocked over a plant, and the plant had gone down into a bunch of boxes that, and then so there was dirt on the floor. So there was this moment of, where I had that, this can't possibly be happening kind of a moment. And then I just let my attention just start circulating and noticing, like, oh, for me. And I exaggerated it a little bit, like, oh, not again. And then almost immediately I'm having fun with it. Although when I did that, often my cats will look at me like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be the human who's taking care of everything and giving me cream. You're not supposed to be, ah. But I notice that when I do that, it gives my cats more energy, that often after I've exaggerated, they're running around more and they're getting more alive. So your aliveness benefits everybody around you. And I love, darling, the way that your cat is peeking in the top there. Hello. Wonderful. My cats like to be in here too when I'm doing this exploration. So as we're preparing for however it is that you celebrate or don't celebrate the holidays, I would like you to let that include lots of love scoops for you. Lots of this happens to be a velvet shirt. So I'm getting the tactile softness as well as the energetic softness. So there's lots of hard in the world. Let this be a time of favoring softness for you and also favoring the softness in others and giving loving attention to the softness in others. And thank you so much for being in our lives. And I wish you a wonderful celebration and look forward to seeing you next week. If all goes well and the rivers don't rise, etc. So I'm going to take my leave now, and you can stay and celebrate and chat with each other. And mwah, lots of love to you. Bye now.